I'm Chef Jasper, and today we're in the kitchen making lobster rolls, old-fashioned lobster rolls. The recipe is simple and so delicious. So let's get started. First of all, we need some beautiful lobster tails, and these are them. I'm telling you, just put those in a steamer. This is going to go by very quickly, maybe 4 or 5 minutes at the most. And in the meantime, let's make a delicious slaw. Now, there's so many different variations on lobster rolls, and maybe we need to talk about that a little bit, because I will tell you, my favorite lobster roll is mixed with mayonnaise and onions and some celery. But the original lobster roll dates back to the Roaring '20s and a real famous restaurant in Milford, Connecticut. It's called Perry's, and it was very, very simple. They would put the lobster on this really buttered bun and serve it with loads of French fries. Well, this became very, very popular. And then what happened? Of course, it kind of went along the coast, and it became very hot in a little town in Maine. And there's a place, now that's really famous for it, Red Eats. But there's all along, you name the restaurant and they have lobster rolls during the summertime. So let's get started with this slaw, because I love to serve the slaw along with some French fries with my lobster rolls. So here we go. I have some just shredded slaw. If you want to put a little red cabbage in here also, that's okay. A little color doesn't hurt. Now, we want to make a little base. So first of all, start off with some cider vinegar. This is fantastic. Use any vinegar you want, but I love apple cider vinegar. Let's pour that right along here. And then we're going to put some sugar in here. Now, we need a sweet slaw. It kind of savory and sweet with our lobster roll. It just goes together. Some cream. Yeah, come on. And, of course, a little salt. Now, this is up to you. We'll put a little cracked pepper in there, but if you want to put a little seasoning in here, go ahead. Maybe you want to put some of the Old Bay seasoning in there that I'm using in the lobster tail recipe also. Okay, give this a quick stir, and all you have to do at this point is just refrigerate it. But one thing I like to do, I'll always have some add-ins. Maybe I'll add some green onions. Maybe I'll add some vegetables, shredded cucumbers. Yeah, cucumbers also. Some people like zucchini, so make a slaw. That's all there is to it, because it's really going to go great with our lobster roll. And now our lobster tails are steamed just absolutely perfect. Let's take them out. I already have some steamed here. Oh boy. And you know what I love about steaming them, because a lot of people just boil them. But when you boil the tail, you lose a lot of that meat. It just starts to get, too much. I don't know. I just don't like it like that. Steam them, that's the best way to do it. Now, get your tails, and you could do a couple things. A lot of chefs will just cut right down the middle here with a knife, and I don't know, you may mess it up a little bit. So just easy. Get a pair of scissors, go right down. Look at this. Does it get any easier than this? And continue this on the other ones. And watch how easy the meat comes out of this, okay? You ready? Just kind of separate this. Doesn't get any easier than this. And then get your knife, and this is what I always like to do. And watch, it just falls right apart. And just kind of line it right up against the side of that shell. And then make sure you go all the way around. One more time. And this meat, turn it over, is just going to come right out of there. Now, I don't like to waste any of the lobster tail, so I start picking and get all the little bits out of there, because it all matters to me, believe me. One more time. Just turn this over a little bit, and it depends on you, when you cook those tails. Some people like to put a little lemon juice in the pot, but you know what? We have such delicious lobster tails available to us. I don't want to put anything in with those tails at the beginning. Here we go. This one's going to come out a lot easier and a lot quicker. Pull it from the bottom, and that's all there is to it. Again, we don't want to waste any of that meat, so kind of dig down in there. Oh boy. Just perfect. And we will start mixing this up now. Kind of keep it whole. You know, you don't want to shred it or anything like that. So get this meat just like this. Perfect. Look at this. And just kind of pinch it a little bit so you have some nice chunks in there. And that's all there is to it. How easy is that? At this point now, we need to make our mixture up, which I think you're going to absolutely love. Of course, we're going to put a little bit of mayonnaise in here. That's kind of our base. And I love celery in mine. I know, you know, it's just something I love to add to it. I know we said originally butter, people like that, but got to have a little crunch. Got to have a little flavor in this. And then, you know me, I love my green onions. I love to put a lot of the Old Bay spice in here, so go ahead, be generous with that. Not too much salt at all, because really, your Old Bay has enough salt in there. A little cracked pepper, of course, some Tabasco, and this is up to you. Hot sauce, whatever one you want to use. And now, give this a nice mix. Those other tails are just waiting to be added to this. But this is our base. And man, oh man, does that look just absolutely delicious. In the meantime, let's get our frying pan going here now. And of course, we're going to fry these buns, and not fry them, but we're going to get these buns and put a little butter on them and kind of toast them a little bit. First of all, let's put a little butter in the pan. Not for the lobster. We've already made our mixture up, but that would have been a good idea. Okay, and all we're going to do here is get these buns. We split them, put them right on top of this. Or you can do this. So there's two different options here. Get the butter and slather it on here. Now, one other thing I like to do, and you're going to kind of like this idea, I put a little on the outside also. So, I don't know, gives it more flavor, looks great. So I'm going to show you two different ways. There we go. Make sure you don't split them too much, you know, because we want to kind of intact when we put this back together. And this will just take a few minutes. All right, our buns are toasted now. Oh my gosh, nice and buttery. Just look at those, will you? Put those right here. And of course, we're going to fill these up in just a second here. I don't think it gets any better than this right here. Be generous with those lobster tails. Come on. Look at this, will you? And you know what? Another thing I like to do once in a while, I even put a little slaw on top of this. Oh yeah. Slaw with the lobster salad on top of that lobster roll. Put those together. Look at this, how crispy those are. You can just smell the butter here right now. Put a few lemons there if your friends, family want to put a little lemon on top of it. Serve it with some of the slaw. I'm telling you right now, this is one recipe I would be honored to serve my family. Make sure you check out the recipe in the Hen House magazine. Brought to you by Hen House Markets.